What's up guys, Reese here from reese3d.com. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to bring in the sketch that we created in the previous video inside Maya so that we can prepare it to create our model. Before we create our Maya file, we need to understand something called Maya projects. When you install Maya software, it automatically creates a project folder inside your My Documents folder. Now to find this folder, we need to go to My Computer, presently known as My PC. And there you will find documents. You can find them here, you can find them here, or even here. So click on any one of those, it will take you to Documents folder, and there you will find a folder called Maya. So open this, and you can find a folder called Projects. So go inside the projects, and by default, you will have a default project. If you don't want to create your own project, you can simply continue with the existing project inside default. When I open default, you will find a lot of other folders. And the Maya file that you're going to create is going to basically sit inside this scenes folder. So if I go to Maya and I go to save this file, for example, it will automatically take me inside Documents, Maya, Projects, Default, and Scenes. Now, if you're just going to create a single file, which is just a model, does not have any file textures or any other complicated multi-file setup, you can simply save your file anywhere you want. But when you want to use a file texture connected to your Maya file, and then it's always better to use the Maya projects and make sure that you save all your files inside your scenes and your textures inside source images folder. Now, if you want to create your own project, you can also go to File, choose Project window, and then you will get this window here, and you can click on New and change to a different location. Okay, so now keep in mind, when you create this new project in a different location, it will automatically create all these other folders inside that. Okay, so scenes will basically have your Maya files, and all these other folders will have their own corresponding files. We're not going to talk too much about projects here because we're in the process of creating a character. Okay, so let's bring in our model sheet here. Now I have my model sheet saved in a folder, so I just want to move it inside my source images folder inside my project just to make things easier. Okay, so I'll go in here. This is my default project, and I want to put it inside the source images folder. So once we've brought in the picture inside our source images folder, we can also preview it here. Yeah, that's my character, and I want to bring that inside my Maya. Okay, so let me press spacebar once, so that'll basically give us this side views and front view. So from the front view, I'm going to go to View and choose Image Plane, and there you will find Import Image. So click on that, that opens up a folder, and you will automatically see that it basically went to the source images folder in my default project, which is great. So all I can do is simply select that. Let me just make this a bit smaller so that you can see much better here. Yes, and hit open. Now, without any other changes, let's bring the same file inside the side view also. We'll go to View and choose Image Plane and Import Image. So again, it's going to open up the same window, and it's going to point to the same file. Hit open, and there we have it. So you can see that they're both basically placed right on top of one another in a right angle. That is perfectly fine. Now all we need to do is bring the characters up in both the views, and we have to push them a little bit backwards so that we get the center area to create the model, right? So let me start from this one. So this can act as the side view, and this image can act as the front view. Okay, so I want to bring this back. So to do that, I can simply select the arrow key here and pull this back. Okay, and I can also do the same thing here for this guy, and I can move him back here. We can also do the same thing by going to the image center and adjusting these values. Okay, so now what I can do is you might have to pull this up because we generally keep the ground, the grid plane as the ground. So let me just make sure that this leg is actually touching the ground plane there. Okay, so this guy is selected, so I can actually go back here and pull this up. There you go, that's perfectly fine. And now, as I said, this is our front view, so let me just bring the front view here. So we need to make sure that we're putting this dark line to be the center of the character. Now the drawing is not 100% accurate, so it's okay, we can just place him roughly there. Okay, now we need to make sure that the other side is also lifted up in the same exact height. So what we can do is we can actually check the Y value here, which is actually 5.931. You can also make this 5.9 just to make sure that we get the same value here. So I'm going to select this guy and I'll give 5.9 here also. So you can make sure that it is actually staying in the same level. Perfect. And now what I want to do is I want to push this a little bit inside here like so. And that will make sure that we have this exactly centered there. Okay, so this is our side view and this is our front view. Now based on these views, and we have the center area to be clean, and we can start building our model. So I'm just going to show you a simple cube so that you can basically understand how we're going to use these front view and side view to create this model. So you can see I can just place him right there, and I can basically edit these vertices to bring them down to create the details. Okay, so this completes this video, and we're going to start building the character from the next video. So if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments below, or you can also contact me in one of the social media links. Okay, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. And in this video, I'm going to show you how we can bring in the sketch inside Maya. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can bring in the sketch that we created in the last video inside Maya to create it, to make it, to set up, to make it.